Ashley.
And I'm Tim.
And we're late to the party, and we've got a villain versus a kind of a newbie in the world of singles, Drew McWeeny, versus...
The Godfather.
Jeff
the INsneider, Jeff Sneider.
Sneider took the boys! But Sneider has definitely kind of shown himself in the singles and both in the tag team championships, obviously. He holds the belts. And Sneider has definitely shown that when it comes down to directors' names, like the specifics, the actors that take place in these, that perform in these films, Sneider's got it pretty much down because that is his job. He is there to give you the facts on what's going on. But when it comes to like the silly, like Roca says, I don't watch bad films, like he tends to kind of, that's his downside.
Yep.
Versus McWeeny.
McWeeny seems to like know, he's really strong in classics and like 70s films, which we saw in his last Schmoedown, where he spun 70s films and he just tore it up in that round. So he's got a lot of strengths. And I don't think we've really seen a whole lot of weaknesses yet with McWeeny.
No, not yet. But there's always a first. There's no history of anything until it happens. And hey, Volcano, who are you going for?
I think I'm going to go for McWeeny. I want to see what he can do, so I'm going to be rooting for him.
I'm going for the Godfather McWeeny as well. I think it's really cool when a newbie is in the ring, so I'm going to go for him.
Sorry, Sneider. I think McWeeny's going to take care of you.
And as always, I'm the odd man out. I am going for the INsneider. Jeff Sneider, 1, I love a good heel. 2, we've seen both sides of Sneider personally in real life and who he is on screen. And I love both of them, much like I love the Outlaw and John Roca. So Sneider, I think he's got it down. I mean, what could be his downside is if he rolls a classics or a 70s or the old school movies. But
animation or something like that.
Yeah, well, I think if McWeeny rolls those, it's going to be hard. But it really depends on that wheel and how they do out of the gate. So we are going to watch McWeeny versus Jeff Sneider.
Now.
Godfather versus INsneider. For a second, I thought he wasn't wearing a shirt underneath.
I know.
Look at that belt.
Got some
It's upside down, Jeff.
Welcome back to the
for real.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm Christian Orloff. I'm John Candy. And Christian, we've got something we've all been looking forward to for a while. This is
Johnny got a kidnap sock over your shoulder. Don't look.
I mean, look, we've been seeing some big matches, whether it's between Riley and Roca, and then Merle. But the rising contenders, those are the ones everyone's been keeping their eyes on. And who better than these two guys? You've got the Godfather, Drew McWeeny, who has just been so intimidating in the 2 wins that he's had, his performance in the free-for-all, and then you have the co-holder of the team championship, the INsneider, Jeff Sneider, who had a very strong first 2 matches, 2 knockouts out the gate, had a little stumble with Sam Levine and Chris Stuckman, but right back in beating a very formidable opponent, Josh McCougan.
Yeah, and in the team division, don't discount what he's been able to accomplish in there. So what we've got here today is we've got one of the current reigning champions going up against what a lot of people are saying is a future icon in the making in Drew McWeeny. Will that mythology be bust today, or will we see him take that next step?
Well, we're going to find out because both of these guys are very hungry. I've known Jeff Sneider for a long time now, and the dude wants to be the singles champion. He wants to be the guy with all the belts, all the records. Roca might have come up with that slogan, but everybody's saying it now. Everybody wants to be the guy. And he has a chance.
Sneider ain't getting the Star Wars belt.
He's a reigning
No.
as we speak right now. So
Or the Anarchy Kimono thing. But
let's see the 2 of these guys talking smack right now.
Yeah, but the world champion hardly ever went for the hardcore belt.
INsneider here for Team Patriots. And yes, it's my time. The Godfather, he's going down.
It's exciting to be back on the Schmoedown, and I'll tell you what changed is the free-for-all was a moment where I kind of realized that if you hesitate at all, if you let your guard down, if you're having fun
Draco
watching the show that's
takedown.
going on around you,
So good.
so epic to see in person.
It is something that you should have gotten right. So knowing that, I think I have a different attitude now going into each competition. I've really got a game plan, and it helps that I'm fighting Jeff Sneider this time.
Drew McWeeny is 2-0, okay? All the fans think he's the next big thing here in the Schmoedown. But you know who else was the next big thing? Viviani. And my boy JTE took him down, okay? I'm going to make the Godfather an offer he can't refuse.
He's right.
I've known Jeff since he was just a talkbacker on Ain't It Cool News.
Big sexy with sunglasses.
Treated a lot and wanted to be around. And we actually gave him his first job, and it was great. And I've been educating Jeff basically since then. I think I was the first person to fire him too. So that education is going to continue today, and I look forward to it because I think Jeff is
like it.
I heard when McWeeny said that he was the first person to fire me. Who has this guy even played in this league? A bunch of chumps. I've been making my name for myself in this league for more than a year. That's why I have the belt. He doesn't. At the end of today, I'm going to be the one telling McWeeny, you're fired.
Jeff is definitely a contender in this league in the team competition. And I think that that's important because it's, you know, like a sack race, like a three-legged race. You can't do it solo, and that's what we're doing here today. So this is individual competition. Today is going to be a spanking.
Sometimes the student surpasses the master, and I'm going to teach Drew McWeeny a lesson, okay? I disposed of Makuga, I disposed of El Mayimbe, I disposed of Jason Inman, and I got stuck with Sam Levine on a rough Magnificent 7 question, and I faced Stuckman on a bad day for me, okay? A 3-2 record, I'm better than that, and I'm going to prove it today here at the Schmoedown.
Do it.
Woo!
You hear Jeff Sneider very confident, and he wants to be the guy, and he's going to basically tell McWeeny to get lost, but it's McWeeny that is just like, he's so scary, John.
Yes, and look, one of the things about McWeeny is the moment he
ain't
came
be
into
called
this
the
league,
Godfather for
everybody
nothing.
heard the footsteps coming. They
Right.
knew he was the guy who was on the rise.
He's
Now,
terribly
if you put yourself in
mysterious.
Snyder's position, on one hand, it's daunting. He's got a daunting task in front of him. But on the other hand, he knows if he can beat McWeeny, that puts him in the conversation for title shots pretty quickly.
Well, I mean, he said it in his interview. Look, everyone's touting McWeeny as the next big thing, the next champion. Like, even yourself just said that, a possible future champion. Well, who else were they saying that again about? Bibiani.
Yeah.
And Bibiani had a stumble against JTE.
Snyder's partner.
And that's Snyder's partner. Now, Bibiani, obviously, since then, has picked himself back up, and he is on the possibly playing the winner of these guys. Right? But Sneider makes a good point. Anybody in this league is beatable.
Look, everybody is one scores and soundtracks away from stumbling out of the blocks. We saw it happen to Bibiani. Well, that kind of kryptonite hit McWeeny today.
We don't know. We haven't seen it yet, but we're going to hear from the 5-time WCW champion Booker T, who's going to give a breakdown of
King Booker.
Tale of the tape and who he's got to win this one.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Booker T, the 5-time champion this week.
There's belts in the back.
We're back on the Schmoedown. And this week, guys, it's going to be the Godfather versus
There you go.
Sneider.
There you go.
He's the champion for a reason. Hail, he's the Patriot. You know, I see the thing going like this here. Schneider's going to take the Godfather down, and I'm going to tell you, baby, he's going to be sleeping with the fishes. Hey, guys, this Booker T, 5-time champ. Make sure you check out me on the
I get that reference.
Every Sunday, we download new episodes, and I know you can dig that.
So it's
Boom, we out.
Booker and I with Sneider.
Yep.
Well, Booker,
We shall
going
see.
with the champ, going with
We
Jeff
shall see.
Sneider here. That is very interesting. And he's picked some underdogs before, but he's also picked somebody who's got the belt, somebody who's been in the league for a little bit.
Yeah, let's look at this right. Remember, McWeeny's not coming in here and taking on a tin can.
Right.
He's taking on a guy who's got some gold over his shoulder right now. This is not a small feat for him today.
Absolutely
Gold
not.
can.
But I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Woo!
Introducing first.
Woo!
Representing 80s all over with a record of 2 wins,
I want some
no
pasta.
defeats.
He just came right out.
He is the Godfather.
That's how the Godfather
Drew
works.
Yeah.
McWeeny. I love Drew's entrance.
I love him.
He just shoots out. Every single time it's kind of a trademark thing. He just goes. He wants to play.
He's ready.
And
Here we go.
his
Little shipping up to
opponent,
Boston now.
Yep.
Yep.
representing the Lions Den with a
I do
record
like this song though.
of 3 wins, 2 defeats. He is the reigning team champion and the number 6 contender with a record of 3-2, 2 knockouts. The INsneider.
from the back and out.
Booze coming everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Lions with them. And
Lions
Draco's
Den.
there.
Where's Tom
JTE's
Dagnino?
there. And Draco, who was knocked out McWeeny.
Tom's there somewhere.
JTE doing a dance around the Godfather.
I love
McWeeny
it.
has not
Bottom line.
started his main event type of atmosphere yet. How's he going to fare?
It's a good question. We're going to see how he handles that. But you know, two of my favorite pieces of entrance music on
And
display.
think about it. Half of that is yours.
McWeeny.
And none of it is yours.
Back in the
McWeeny's
board
got
from
class.
the old employee
He
coming back.
versus
Here we go.
two.
All right, guys. So
He wanted
here we go.
to.
Singles match. Keep your challenge. If it is not, then you will lose the
Jones
challenge.
staring into our
All right,
souls.
so-
I know.
Are you ready?
He was like, I see you sitting there.
If John's
Couch.
ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Then let's
Get
get
ready to
Schmoedown! All right, here we go. Round number 1 in the category of animated.
All right,
Gentlemen,
starting in hot.
In Toy Story, what classic board game does Slinky the dog like to play?
This movie was released in 1995.
Started the whole thing.
5,
Just the same as
2, 1. Jeff Sneider?
Shoots and ladders.
That's
Oh.
correct. Drew?
I have Operation.
Oh,
Correct. For checkers.
Woo!
Checkers.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys, your second
Yeah,
question comes to you in the
it's not
category
movie so many.
of comedies.
oh,
What 90s spoof film features Charlie Sheen, John Cryer, and Ryan Stiles?
Oh,
Well,
whoops.
So much on some of the spoof films. And once they have the answer, I'll tell you more about it.
Very little I love from any of these
Yeah.
performers.
3, 2.
I kind of have a discrepancy with that question.
That's incorrect.
No.
Hot shots?
That's
Mhm.
correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ryan Stiles wasn't in the first Hot Shots, so I don't think. He was in
I thought
Hot Shots
I
Part
thought he was in
2.
D.
Category of dramas.
And Cryer was only in one,
Played an
so.
astronaut, John
I don't
Glenn.
know, I challenge that.
Correct stuff.
Right stuff. I'm guessing the only person that I know is in that movie.
3,
I
2,
honestly don't know.
1. Jeff Sneider.
I think it's Sam Shepard.
You being correct.
Ed Harris.
That's
Correct.
correct. High game.
All right.
I'm
Nice.
confused.
All right.
Did you get it
All
too?
right,
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was the only person I
Question
knew in the
number
movie,
4
though.
comes
I
into the
didn't know.
category of
sometimes you
horror
know what? That
thriller.
helps.
Horror thriller.
Who directed the 2001 thriller starring Naomi Watts, Mulholland Drive?
Oh damn.
Uh,
Yeah, really? On the way into Hollywood?
Some grown
I don't know. I'm assuming. I'm just guessing.
5,
It's the king of weird.
3,
Oh.
2, 1. Drew.
Correct.
Yeah,
Damn.
I was
Correct.
trying.
All right, there you go. The crowd just.
I put over stone.
All right, so
When I said the king
next
of weird, you got it.
category of action adventure. Name one of the 3 actors who played a friend to Heath Ledger's William
God.
Thatcher in a
I love that movie too.
Name one of the 3 actors who played a friend.
It's the
to
same like
Heath
the black.
Ledger's
The
William
what?
Thatcher.
Which one with what's his name? I
So
don't
obsessed
know.
with this movie.
how about all three?
I know Robert Harper all 3.
Very big thing back in those days. No, I know. Oh, Jeff Sneider knows this. Maybe you should watch the movie. 5,
Watched it once.
the 3.
I've
they
actually
saying
never seen,
about
I've
Queen?
never seen that
It's so
movie,
good.
but I know who's in it.
It's so
Question
good. But
What?
And Drew.
Well, I had the same actor. Question.
What?
Damn!
Wow.
Well-
We would have accepted
Alan Tudyk,
Mark
right?
Addy,
That's
we
one
would
of
have
them.
accepted Paul Bettany or Alan Tudyk. Any one of those three.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, Mark Addy, huh?
Uh-huh. Fred Flintstone
All right, guys, your
2.0.
sixth question comes
Robert
to you in the
Baratheon.
category
Yep.
of family films. What 1994 film centers around an optimistic equine hero that was based on an 1877 novel?
that's the only book I remember.
A lot of stuff based with that.
And a note should
I'm
also
just
be made that the
guessing. I have no
1994
idea.
film was also a remake,
I don't even know if my question or my answer is right.
I just got it based off Equine Hero. So
which 1994
Well, worse.
remake centers around an
Right?
optimistic
Yeah.
equine hero that was based on an 1877 novel.
Snyder looks like he's having trouble.
I think this story is this old.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew.
It's not Spirit.
Wow. And
Nope.
Jeff.
Black Stallions?
Oh, so
Black
close.
Beauty.
Look at my-
Oh,
Black
that's
Beauty.
Going back and
Oh!
All right.
I put Black Stallion.
I wasn't sure though. It was either Black Beauty or Black Stallion.
Not as strong
Stallions,
as
you,
you thought.
you,
Okay.
Stallions.
All right, fantasy sci-fi is category 7.
I was between
In
the two, too.
1998's Dark City, who played Inspector Frank Bumstead?
Oh, that's an awesome movie.
Yeah, fantastic. This was
I
what
don't
they would
even know
actually
what
probably
this one
call
either.
the Matrix.
Again, I've only seen like half of this movie.
4.
Was the Matrix before the Matrix?
Yeah.
It came out after
Wait,
the
what?
Matrix.
No, it was
Correct.
before. It was 98, I think.
Wow. All right.
Incorrect.
So Jeff Sneider having look.
Bryant, you're my boy.
There we
What was
go.
it, right?
Okay.
William
Here
Hurt.
as your final
I put
question.
William Hurt.
Round one comes to you from the
I
category
know
of
Sutherland
director.
wasn't the.
He's the
George
doctor.
Clooney
Yeah, he was the
directed
doctor.
Godfather in what classic film?
Oh yeah.
I have no idea. I'm gonna guess my only movie I can think
Guys,
that she's in.
something about this.
in Spain.
Pets are flying. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Need to watch more Hepburn.
1.
This is the
I
only
love
movie I can
this
think of her in.
Correct.
What?
Tiffany's?
Nope.
Oh, Back to the
You're looking
Tiffany's,
for
yeah.
My
My
family.
Fair Lady.
Directed a number of
Woo!
films with
Yeah,
Catherine.
from my
Oh, she's in Sabrina, right?
Dang.
Isn't she?
Who in the
Yeah.
world
By the way,
would-
super
The original.
first round question.
Yeah.
who would have
And it's one of the only other two
thought-
movies that I've
who
seen
would have thought
her
that
in,
you
too.
were-
I forgot about Breakfast at Tiffany's.
He's confident.
Pixar
That's a
movies.
Good spin.
I wish.
Sandra Bullock.
Nobody
Right.
ever gets it.
It lands on
Sandy! yes!
Thriller.
Yeah, I'm so glad
Oh,
you
that's
said
a
it.
yes.
You
All
understand?
right.
Ah,
All right.
interesting.
All right, in the category of
That was a weird face.
horror thriller. Who plays the mysterious father?
Anthony
Christopher
Hopkins.
in the
No,
2011
yeah, Anthony
Exorcism
Hopkins.
movie?
Correct.
He's on the cover.
Yes.
Just half his face, right? Blue
Correct.
eyes.
Good job.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Which
is,
ball-player's signature
what's his name
was
is
on
in
the
it, too?
Louisville Slugger bat Wendy wielded against Mrs.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Ty Cobb.
Jackie Robinson.
I'm gonna say Ty Cobb because it was on the bat and basketball.
I mean, I'll go multiple choice.
A. Lou Gehrig. B.
Mickey Mantle.
Babe Ruth.
I'm
Man.
gonna guess the Red Sox player, D. If I'm a fan of the Red Sox.
Correct.
D.
That is correct.
Nice.
For 1 point
Yes.
steal.
Yeah.
Vote the Red
Red
Sox.
Sox guy doesn't
Yes,
go with
huh?
Wisniewski. All right.
That's what he said. The Red Sox doesn't go for it.
Who directed the film Let Me In?
Matt
Matt
Reeves.
Reeves, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Matt Reeves.
That's correct.
Correct.
See, he knows those
And
directors.
your final question.
Especially
Jeff,
like newer movies.
in
Yep.
the category of horror thriller. In 1986's The Hitcher,
Oh,
named actor
Pony Boy.
picks up our title character.
Pony
played
Boy
by
from
Rutger
Outsiders.
Thomas Howell.
That's correct.
See Thomas
Very
Howell.
nice.
Right.
Good
Well.
move by the team champion here. Only had that one steal.
Forgot his name. I always forget
And
his
it's
name.
remember his
93.
name.
All right, here's the
He's also in that
by
movie
Drew
where he
McWeeny.
plays a black
Spider-Man
guy.
3.
All right, and around
Where he
it
plays a
goes.
black guy. What was that movie called?
Disney.
And he's going to land on
No.
Classic.
All right,
You gonna go with
let's
it?
do it.
You gonna
He's going to take it.
Stay
There he goes.
I don't know
Okay.
anything in this
Stay
category.
with 70s
Really.
last time. It's
time to feel bad about ourselves.
Yeah.
It really worked out. Let's see if this works out this time.
All right, Drew, your first question in the category of classics. In Errol Flynn's The Adventures of Robin Hood, who played Prince John?
Basil Rathbone.
That's incorrect. Tossing you for steal.
Repeat the question.
In Errol Flynn's The Adventures of Robin Hood, who played
Sneider
Prince
doesn't know
John?
this.
Way early.
Basil Expedition.
We were looking for Claude Rains.
Oh, of
Claude
course.
Rains.
I have a Claude Rains tattoo.
All right, Drew, your second question in the category of classics. Who played the sultry sugar cane?
Marilyn
Marilyn
Monroe.
Monroe.
Well, that would be Marilyn Monroe.
That would be 2
That would be.
points.
That was an easy question.
Drew,
Yeah.
Give it away.
needed those two.
Your third question in classics. This James Stewart romantic comedy
Shop around the
inspired a
corner.
remake in 1998.
Check your
titled
mailbox.
You've Got It.
Jimmy
Shop around the
Stew.
Shop around the
Correct
corner.
for 2
Nice.
points.
Now you're starting to look like the
I
Drew
love
we've
that
seen in the
movie.
last couple matches. 9-7 here.
Classic.
They were just talking about You've Got Mail
Your
on
final
Schmoes
question
Know.
of round number 2. What film stars Steve McQueen as a young
Ah,
football player on his
The
way
Kid.
to the big time in the 1930s?
The kid.
Cincinnati Kid.
Correct.
I was
for
gonna
2
say
points.
that.
You're
Oh,
close.
Willis.
You're close.
Bruce
Yeah,
Willis.
you almost got
The
it.
Kid. That's a good movie.
They really call him the
Lower than
Kid.
Most people would have guessed going into round number 3, but hey,
Good
they
job.
are neck and neck as we get
Nice.
to the third round.
Woo.
Caught up.
All right,
No
round
score.
number
4, 12, and 20.
4, 12, and 20. Drew,
2, 11, and 9.
2, 11, and 9. We're going to start with Drew McWeeny, who picked 2. Category 2.
All right, Drew, you chose the number 2 as your first number. That gives you the category of family films.
Ooh.
For 2 points. In the 2003 remake of
Lindsay
Freaky
Lohan.
Friday,
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan.
who played the daughter who switched places
I saw
with her
Daughter.
mother?
Lindsay Lohan.
Correct for 2
Correct.
points.
All right.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Bounce
and
back
Lindsay Lohan.
to Jeff Sneider here, who picked
Lohan.
category number 4.
Yeah, and what's this guy from
which is
NCIS
his
was in
2-pointer
too.
was the category of war films. War films.
Oh God.
In what movie did
Enemy
Enemy
of
of
the
the Gates.
Gates.
Enemy of
That's
the
the
Gates.
only true. Damn
Enemy
it!
of the
Enemy of the
Gates.
Gates. Damn it!
I know
You
Will
said the
Smith.
word, enemy at the
Isn't that Will
gates.
Smith?
I
And he
think so.
plays Vasily
Correct, 2 more
Zaitsev.
points
All
there.
right.
All right.
Is that in
Bounce
movie
back to
too?
McWeeny for
Yeah, it
the
is.
Yeah,
Damn it!
All right, Drew.
Will Smith.
You chose the number 11, so your 3-point question comes to you from the category of Oscar movies.
Damn.
Who won the 1996 Best
Emma
Adapted
Thompson.
Emma Thompson, yep.
for Sense and Sensibility, and
Emma
was also
Thompson.
nominated
I love Emma
for
Thompson.
her
My girl.
acting in the film?
Emma Thompson.
Correct for 3 points.
Jeff Sneider, furious with that
These
question.
are the easiest questions.
All right, all right. Jeff, and your next question is number
I
12.
What shape is
Category
SpongeBob
Pixar.
SquarePants?
Pixar.
You will not be able to complain about the last question. What is Buzz Lightyear's catchphrase?
Infinity and beyond.
Infinity and beyond.
I wish he was British.
Drop it down to the 5
Is he doing an Emma
points.
Thompson voice?
That was my Emma Thompson doing
So Jimmy now gets a chance to go in the lead here with his 5 points.
Drew, you chose
Little
the
bit of
number for your
Nanny
5-point
McPhee in
question,
that.
number 9. That corresponds to the
Trelawney.
category of sports films.
Sports film.
Major League.
Usually Bull
What
Durham.
surname
Angels in the outfield.
was Adonis going by in the movie
Johnson.
Johnson?
Johnson.
Johnson or
Sure.
Jackson?
Johnson.
Can't go multiple choice, can I?
No.
I'm using the same joke
Johnson.
from the last
Johnson.
Austin Powers movie.
4,
Yeah, because I was thinking, why is it such a common?
Adonis
One.
Johnson.
It's a common name,
All
yeah.
right, he's going by the surname of Johnson.
Nice.
I was gonna guess Jackson.
Yeah.
All right, so
See?
Jeff
Yeah.
Snyder here can win the
Nice.
game with this
Action
5
Jackson.
points. In the category, your category was number
That's
20.
Jackson.
Category of horror thriller.
There he goes.
If
Come
you
on.
miss this, then we will be in sudden death. If you hit it, you have 1
Sudden
hit.
death.
What is the only film directed by
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, it is. ACDC soundtrack. Emilio
Overdrive?
Estevez.
Jeff Snyder.
Yeah! He got in trouble for the blood bag on the
Oh,
steamroller.
there's Tom.
Snyder!
There's Tom Degnan.
There he
Nice
is.
guy. Super nice guy.
They're all nice guys. I love it.
Shocking the Queen.
Hey, he's got a shirt.
Oh, yeah, shirt there.
The crowd can't believe it. I can't believe it. Snyder's done.
I mean, look,
Nice.
sometimes
That was a good match.
fortune favors the foolish, but he picked that number. He ended up with the strength category of his in horror thriller, and he pulled out.
I didn't know
great
horror
answer.
thriller
Look,
was a
no
strength.
doubt about it. This entire match
Yeah.
It is, honestly.
Apparently.
barn burner,
Yeah.
deep cut questions, and Jeff is the one who prevailed.
That first round was very tough, and I think they both.
was a deep
struggled.
cut to McWeeny.
McWeeny had that second round. I think that just had he just gotten that first.
He's
one,
also
Yeah.
newer
there's
to
tough
the ring, I
ones in
feel
this
like.
for sure, and it's just that last round, it favored Jeff.
Yeah, it came down to Johnson and Maximum Overdrive. Could have been the other way had numbers been picked differently, but that's the way it went. And Jeff took advantage of the situation.
Jeff
Yeah.
Snyder sitting pretty here at 4-2
That's
right
good.
now, 2 knockouts.
Yeah.
Now, what the hell's going to happen in this interview? Is I'm sure the
All
entire
right, let's see
Lions
what
that's
they're
back
gonna
there.
say.
Didn't they say they weren't going to interview with Emma Fife? Isn't that what she said on Schmoes?
Supposed to do the interview. I thought we were doing an interview. I don't know. He's not here. Just kind of waiting on him to come in.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
No, I'm sorry. What? I'm doing my
Oh,
job.
no.
It's my job to interview people after the movie trivia Schmoedown. Yes, I can read, as a matter of fact.
Aww.
Jeff Snyder's Twitter.
I did read Jeff Snyder's Twitter, and I chose to ignore it because I'm a professional and I'm here to do my job.
Goodbyes.
Okay. I mean, so where is Jeff Snyder?
He's not coming out until we get an unbiased interview here. We need to be treated fairly. We're the best team in the whole league.
Oh gosh. Bottom line.
Loser.
You're
Aww.
Emma Fife is not a loser.
there.
Get out of there, Emma. Get out of there.
You know what? I'm just gonna hand that over to you, Tom. You just do you. Why don't you interview him?
But then he's biased too.
Cha-cha. Congratulations, Jeff Sneider. Obviously, everybody knew you were doing it. When the sport question came up, we knew McWeeny was done. You knew it. Everybody knew it.
I did.
Now, probably not ever fight those. Obviously biased against us. But are we going to get a real interview here? What's going on? Oh, no, this guy's even worse. Professional.
There you go, Pit Boss. You should have sprayed it in
hey
Sneider's
guys,
eyes.
are we good to make out?
Oh, hey.
We should. I thought your felony was
Look at you,
paroles.
twinsies.
Yeah, we're wearing the same outfit.
Okay, good. Hey, glad to be here, Jeff. That was a very important victory. Let's not overlook the fact that you were a bit low scoring as well. You struggled in that first round. Talk about it.
First round was tough. I thought we had some really hard questions, Drew. Well, we had the same questions, so. But once I got horror thrillers in the second round, I knew I was looking good. And yeah, you're right. As soon as the sports question came up for McWeeny, I was like, this is at least going to sudden death.
Right. And horror thrillers is actually something JT is really familiar with as well.
Horror thrillers?
Jeff, going forward, what is this stable looking to accomplish? You have a classy gentleman like Mark D'Angelo and Draco, and then you have you three reprobates. What are you looking for?
I think we are looking for someone to replace Dan Murrow, but we're not just going to settle for anybody. Okay, we need the cream of the crop in this league, and we'll know it when we see it. It's kind of like pornography in that sense. But you saw what Draco could do.
Draco. Uh-oh.
William the Beast Bibiani's here. Yes, sir.
Oh. Excuse me a second here. Ralph.
So much is going
First off, I just
on.
want to say, this Horseman Lion's Den thing, it ain't over. But, congratulations. I'm going to say congratulations to you, sir. Because let me tell you something. After I beat Christian, I would much rather fight you. Oh my God, did you get lucky today? Holy crap, I am going to annihilate you!
What would be your record if you do beat Christian? I don't even know why.
Oh my God!
Who are you? Who is this guy?
Who are you?
Oh, Grandpa!
That is a terrible catchphrase, which is why you'll never be in the Roar, a Lion's Den.
That's not catching on. Cat Butlers, now available on
Where's
T-Public.
Emma?
By the way,
T-Public.
have at it, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
This guy?
Yeah, really, you couldn't even get past JT. Get out of
This
here.
is like a reoccurring nightmare I've had since the 7th grade. I'm going to pass it back to professional Emma.
Yes.
There you go.
And we are back. I guess I get to actually interview Drew McWeeny,
Yay,
the
Emma.
classy competitor here in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Drew,
I love your
talk
teeth
it.
for sure.
Oh, look at, oh my God, I was just
The
gonna
first
say
round
that.
was rough on me, and
Oh,
if
yeah.
you
That's so
stumble
cute.
there,
It's
then no
cute.
matter what
It's
else
like
you do,
the Ramones.
catch up.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally luck of the draw in that first round. And both you and Sneider struggled with those questions, but you came back really strong in round 2, proving that you really do know your stuff. I mean, it was very impressive. I was with you on Basil Rathbone, by the way.
As soon as I said it, I'm like, wait, no, he's the shit. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's, first one out of the mouth is frequently not, I can blurt, so.
Listen,
yeah.
at least he also played a bad guy.
Yeah.
So I
Multiple
totally
choice,
get where
yo.
you were coming from. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was a stumble, man. I still believe that you truly are going to be a very strong competitor in this league.
Look, learning to be humbled a bit, that's always good, especially in a league like this, because it is about the matches that you have over time, and it's about the final stats. I'm not going anywhere. I've got an appetite for it now, so sure, this was a rough one. I'll be back next time.
Who are you thinking you want to take on next?
Whoever they'll throw me in with. At this point, I'm certainly not going to say that I'm too good for anybody else,
Sure.
or that I'm, that I object to any opponent that I might face.
Right.
Let's have some fun, though.
Right.
There are guys like Mark and Draco I'd like another shot at.
Yeah, or you object to being interviewed by people whose job it is to do that here in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Yeah.
Well, Drew, again, tough loss today, man, but
Thanks.
I know we will see you coming back strong sometime very soon.
Absolutely.
And now back to you, Campia and Christian.
Well, look at that. I mean, the Lions Den refusing to even speak to Emma Fife, and then Ken Knapsack had to kind of walk in there, and that was just an absolute circus. But it was Drew McWeeny.
Yeah.
He'll be back. He's disappointed. He knew there was someone in there that he knew, and he just missed it. And then you have Bibiani walking in there. Bibiani's challenging people now. So this really shook it up because we thought we were on course. Because Bibiani and I have a date.
Yes, you do.
Soon. Now, Bibiani is
They're going Dutch.
but if he's lucky enough to do something like that, I thought that maybe a McWeeny-Bibiani match would go down. That doesn't look like that's in the cards right now.
No.
McWeeny's going to be a very hard opponent for some people that are maybe trying to get to that spot. anything can happen in this league.
And the
Anything.
weather is pretty sunny in Patriotville right now.
Yeah.
Not only do the Patriots hold the tag team titles, JTE holds a win over Bibiani.
Yep.
We have Jeff now has a win over Drew McWeeny. They're looking pretty strong right now.
They are. I mean, because you cannot take it away. You can boo them, but you can't say that they are not some of the best
underestimate
in the league.
them.
Jeff Sneider has proven he beat Makuga, he beat McWeeny, he almost beat Sam Levine, but he's up there right now. He's knocking on the door of that
Yes,
title
he is.
shot. All right, guys. So now it's up to you guys. What did you think? Jeff Sneider, McWeeny, who should Sneider play next? Should he play the winner of Bibiani and myself? I would say that's probably going to happen. What do you guys think? Comment, like,
Yes.
make sure you check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown on Facebook. Do it all. Keep
Facebook
commenting,
page.
liking. That's what gets us more matches. For John Campia, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Where is he?
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown? It's Josh McWeeny here with your fantasy update. If you had Jeff Sneider, hold on to him for dear life, or if you need to trade your entire team for him, do it. He is on a path, the golden road to another belt. If you have Drew McWeeny, hold on to him. He's a bastard. He wins. He is the Ramsey Bolton of this league. I don't know if that makes any sense, but he's a scary, scary dude. Stop mouthing stuff. I said stop mouthing stuff. My name's Josh McCouga. If you like these, click like. If you don't, you can go straight to Schmoedown hell. We'll be back next week. We love ya.
No small talk that time?
Aw, means he carried him away. Okay, so Sneider, obviously proven that he's got the guts and the spirit and the knowledge to take down.
But that
McWeeny.
was a crazy match. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of a low-scoring match for both of them. There was a lot of questions in there that I thought that they were going to get him, but they didn't. So it's anybody's game. You can get any question. It's ridiculous, but scary at the same time.
Yeah.
I thought McWeeny did real well for being in the singles. I mean, he's doing real good. And yeah, like Vanessa, there were some questions that I personally felt were pretty easy that they didn't get and I was surprised by, but everyone has their own strengths, so yeah.
And then going with the first round, even Sneider said that those were some tough questions versus what came later in their matches, especially towards McWeeny that Jeff happened to know, but still, I mean, for us, I think the first round was probably the easiest, and then going into the classics again, unless you're Ashley, then you know, don't know what the hell is up and down, left, right. I mean, it's definitely a crapshoot as to what you're going to get asked.
Those were some lucky classics questions.
They both struggled in the first round, so it was essentially a tied game going into the second round.
And
then they both did well in the second round, so it was essentially just a tied game throughout until that final question. So
was it like 9-9 going?
You play this match over again with completely different wheel spins and completely different picks of the numbers, but keep the same first round.
Yeah.
Who knows who wins?
Yeah.
And then definitely it would have been McWeeny had he gone to multiple choice maybe versus just jumping on it for the Errol Flynn question.
Which we've talked about that before, you know, and
yeah,
you spit out something real quick and don't take a second to think, you know.
Even
Take
though
some time to think.
Yeah.
Use that JT question.
Schneider didn't get that question either, so
True,
he
yeah.
couldn't make, or he couldn't steal it.
It's true, but I think had he had that little bit of a reference, granted, if that option was in the multiple choice, he may have gone there because that was his gut instinct at first.
But seeing the other name may have jostled the
It's
memory
true.
and been like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. That's definitely
So
it.
that's something we got to remember too when we go into our Schmoedown.
Yeah, I always
so.
forget that, like, oh yeah, they could go multiple choice.
It's always best to shoot for multiple choice. If you don't know, that way
Yeah.
you don't give them a chance to steal a 2-pointer.
And in fact, while we're there and we're doing our, separate Schmoedowns, I want each other to hold up a sign with multiple choice. Don't forget multiple choice. Because you forget you're in that moment and it's always an option.
I'll do it.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, we appreciate them bringing us in. I'm terrified now going up against JTE and Sneider for those championships. Granted, that is far down the road, if even possible, but any tag team, any duo, that should be terrifying because these guys have been
Just
knocking
flash him a
out.
little leg, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough feat, and granted, I think Sneider does deserve a championship shot.
Yeah.
After what he's
Definitely.
been able to pull off, so this
at least you guys have each other too. Yeah, I'm going by myself.
Well, you're basically.
But I'll be all right.
Yeah, you're both of us put together. maybe you're all three of us put together all in one. So
I can't wait to take on TBD.
Yeah, TBD. I mean, that's who we're gunning for. So we can't wait to figure out who we're going to be going up against. Granted, Christian will probably let it known in Twitter or somewhere random in a movie talk. So, I mean, we can't wait to find out.
And you guys will tell us first.
I'll be at work and I'll see, like, you have 37 notifications on Twitter.
Yeah, and then we just freak out depending on who it is. So, I mean, I'm just excited to go up against anybody. I really don't. I care just for winning's sake, but I'm happy to go.
I'm a very competitive person, so we have to do this.
Yeah, it has to be done. It shall be done. So, thank you guys. We always appreciate you watching our reactions to the Schmoedowns, as well as any of our other reaction videos that we produce, reviews, vlogs, all that. You can
follow us on our Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and all the social media sites, and I forgot to do that, but there you are.
And you can head over to Collider as well and like and subscribe to them.
Yes, so we can get more stuff like this.
Yep, and you can get more people like us headed into the Schmoedowns as well.
We do have a Patreon as well, so if you want to fuel the party, it's definitely not cheap to get to D23 like we're going in the summer, or Collider. So we're making all these fun vlogs and stuff for you. So if you want to be part of the party and fuel it, we do have a Patreon, so check that out.
Otherwise, a like and a subscribe is more than
absolutely.
But we appreciate anything. So, other than that, Tim, you excited?
I'm very excited. I have my moments where I'm like super excited about being there and just being around all those guys again, and then I have moments where I'm like, oh shit.
Like you actually have to.
Who the hell am I playing?
Yeah, exactly.
And that will take place sometime within the next few months. We're not even sure, but we know Christian will give us enough time to get prepared and head out, but we know it's coming up.
We're definitely TBD on everything right now, to be determined.
And we will be, Vanessa and myself, at Phoenix Comic-Con. We know that Inman might be there. I don't know if Schnepp's going to be there. Chris Gore might be there as well. I don't
Dick
know
Van Dyke's going to be there.
Dick Van Dyke, yeah, I know.
They announced David Anders, didn't they?
Yeah, they announced a whole bunch of people. So we're going to be at Phoenix Comic-Con. If you guys are headed to that, say hi to Vanessa and myself. We will be there filming a Schmoedown from there without Tim and Ashley. Probably the first one in a long time since we've done that. But it has to happen. So thank you guys. And as always, now it's time to say goodbye. Bye.